welcome back to my channel. So today's another School Tip Saturday video, and in today's video I'll be sharing with you all a few study hacks because I know you guys are like getting into exams and stuff, and Tim just finished his exams. So I have a few tips to help you get the most out of your studies. I don't know if I look ridiculous with those glasses on. I did make a school vlog videos on them last week. They're my Firmu glasses. You can get some for like 50%, so I'll link them down below. This is not a sponsored video or anything. I just felt like wearing them because I feel like I look kind of ridiculous today. So hopefully this can distract you, and I'm totally making a whole video about this right now. I'm sorry, I apologize. It's not the point of this video, but let me know if you like them. I don't know if I like them or not. They do get really blue if I'm like facing light like this, so I kind of have to like face that way a little bit. Don't mind me. Anyways, let's just get into the video because I'm rambling and I'm sounding crazy. So here are a few tips for you to get the most out of your study time during exams so you can get more done and hopefully get better grades. The first tip is to use the reading tool on your computer. And I know I mentioned this in one of my school tips earlier, but it's kind of a hack because I don't feel like everybody knows that you can just highlight the text, and like if you have e-textbooks or any articles or even your notes, like when you're on Word pages or whatever you take your notes on, if you highlight them and you right click speaking, start speaking, it can read them to you. So that can help a little bit if you're like busy. You can still listen to it, you'll still process a little bit of it. I'm not saying it's like the best way to learn things, but it's definitely helping the repetitiveness of the content that you're trying to learn. The next tip is the dictation tool. So if you still have to do summaries, or if you're just working on study guides or even flashcards online or something, there's a dictation tool if you have a MacBook. I'm sure there's one on a PC too, I just don't know how to I can't really demonstrate. But for your MacBook, what you can do is just go in the keyboard settings and turn on dictation, and then you can create like a specific key to turn it on. For me, I use the right command, like click 3 times, 2 or 3 times, I don't even remember, but if I click it 3 times it just turns on, and then I can just dictate. So when I'm speaking, it will write down what I'm saying, so that really helps taking notes and stuff. Like it can be faster. It can be also a bit annoying, but the more you do it, the more it recognizes your voice patterns and it gets better at it. So I would recommend maybe starting that earlier in the semester, so by the time of exams, like it kind of knows how you speak. For me, it's getting better at it, so like when I'm talking, it just knows, and it writes, and it's nice, and it's efficient. So that can also help. My next tip is something I did in one of my school vlogs for, I think it was my midterm or my final management exam a month or so ago, is to record your notes. So once you have your physical notes, like you're reading your notes, use the voice recorder on your phone and record yourself reading your notes out loud. That way, like if you're on the bus or if you're like driving or anything like that, you can listen to it, and once again it will be a lot of repetition. Like it will help kind of anchor into your brain. Like reading it out loud helps, and then listening to it again on the loop also helps a lot. So it's a really good tool to get a lot of repetition in, which will help you memorize faster. The next one is to plaster your walls with your study guides. So make wall study guides. I've made a few videos on that before. Back at RMC, I can insert a picture. I would actually like write on my dressers. Everybody did that. So the way the dressers were made, like it wasn't a material that you could actually erase on if you used dry erase boards markers, so you could write all your notes on. But be careful, one of my classmates actually used a freaking Sharpie and that did not go away, and he got into a lot of trouble. But if you use dry erasers, you should probably try like a couple dozen stuff before you actually write on your furniture. But in that specific case, you could actually erase. So I wrote like all the formulas and things, so I would see them every day and they would kind of like sink into my head. I also did a big poster for my nutrition midterm, and I'm probably going to be making one for my final, but I don't know yet because it's still pretty time consuming. But it's also very helpful because taking the time to do all of that, like it takes you a whole day, helps you consolidate this information after like you've done a study guide or after you've read it, right? So this is already like a first step towards getting it into your head. But then when you walk by it every day, and if you take the time to like just scan through it and read bits of it every day, it also helps as well. So that's definitely something that can help. And my last tip is to quiz yourself, and I cannot emphasize on this enough. And I know it's not available to everyone. It's not some schools don't have like previous exams and don't have a lot of exercises, and depending on the subject, sometimes there's just simply no practice possible. But if it's a practical course where you can actually do a lot of examples and exercises and problems and previous exams. I know at RMC one thing that's really cool is they have the previous exams for the past like 20 years on a drive that you can access through school. So you can really like have like 10, 15 like previous exams to work on, and it really gives you a good idea of what's going to be on the exam. So if you do have that available, I know I did for my accounting class, I did not have any practice exams for any other courses. But for my accounting exams I did, and it made such a big difference because sometimes they actually use the same questions or they use the same structure of question, they'll just change like the information in the question and stuff. But it's a really, really good, like it's probably the best tool to get the most out of your study time. So do whatever you can to quiz yourself. You can do the practice exams if they're available. You can also redo or do like the quizzes, the self-assessment in textbooks, or in like that the professor gave you, exercises, problems. You can even make your own quizzes, to be honest. I would probably recommend starting that early if you're going to do that, but go through all the chapters and write like quick questions and write the answer somewhere else so that you can go through the questionnaire and answer it. I get them to quiz me all the time. Like I just give him my notes, or like they're very condensed notes. I have like whatever this is and then like colon and then the answer. So like he just reads that to me and I answer. Or like flashcards and stuff. Once again, that's a little bit time consuming, but that's totally worth it. Anyways, my camera is running out of battery, so I will leave it to that. Thanks for watching. I love you guys. Make sure to thumbs up and leave any other study hacks in the comments below. Come back for another School Tip Saturday next week. Thanks for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!